And it looks like we're live. Hello and welcome to anybody tuning in. I am Alexi. I am GMing our session this evening. You can follow all of my gaming endeavors online if you so desire at Cloven Pine Games. So check out Cloven Pine Games on Itch.io or on Substack or Twitter. That's where you can find my gaming thoughts and games that I have designed. This game is Magical Multiverse Tour Cartel New Capenna Rumble, session 2 of 3. We were previously planning a 4-session series. It's turned into a 3-session series, but I'm glad we are still able to make this session happen. And we'll be back hopefully for a finale next week. This game was organized through the Gauntlet gaming community. You can learn more about the Gauntlet at gauntlet-rpg.com or on Twitter at gauntletrpg. So many cool indie games going up on the Gauntlet each month, and you can play with us too. So keep an eye on the Gauntlet for openings and for waitlists and for the chance to play at a Gauntlet community open gaming. We have several of those in a year. Lots of fun stuff. Tonight we are playing Cartel, a game of tragic narco fiction published by Magpie Games and designed by Mark Diaz-Truman. And we have reskinned Cartel from its setting of Durango, Mexico, to a fantastical metropolis, to the streets of New Capenna. This is one of the planes of the multiverse from Magic the Gathering. I am doing a sort of meta series where I take a indie game and set it on one of the planes of Magic's multiverse and get to play it out. It's kind of inspired by the way the veteran Gauntleteer Rich Rogers will take games and set all of them in the Star Wars galaxy, right? Finding little pieces of the Star Wars setting where a game like Cartel can fit. That's where I got to play Cartel in the past. I played his Hut Cartel game. And so we're taking that, wonderful, exciting, feral set of rules from Mark Truman's Cartel, and we are putting it onto New Capenna, a gangster fiction inspired world from the lore of Magic. I will let my players introduce themselves now, and when they introduce their characters, we'll get more of a sense of who the people are that are part of this criminal operation in the world of New Capenna. So starting with Mark. Mark, tell us about yourself, and then we'll go back around to new characters. So first, just tell us about yourself.
Cool. I'm Mark. I use he, her, them pronouns. Been on the Gauntlet for a couple of years. It's a really good time. Been gaming for a very long time. First time playing Cartel and loving it. I also design games. You can find most of my stuff at Major, spelled M-A-J-H-E-R, on Itch. You can also find me on Twitter and all the usual places.
Fantastic. Good to be playing with you. Sam, you're up next. Tell us yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sam Zimmerman. I use he, him pronouns, and I make games sometimes, not very often, and you can find all those at typhosgames.com.
Wonderful, and it's great to have you here. Let's now meet the characters you're playing. So I'll pop up our character keeper so folks can see the wonderful art we have taken from Magic cards for them. Mark, tell us, please, about your hawk.
Yeah, so this is Zephyr Faru, she or them. She is the hawk. She's a young upcomer in the gang or cartel, whatever we're calling it here, and is looking to do some hustling to get ahead. She has a little gang of her own with 3 buddies. They are where are they? They are Azul, Gordo, and Krent. I think they are an ogre, a rhino, and I forget what the other one was.
Well, I've pulled them over. I pulled
there
up the
they are,
NPCs so we can
Azul,
see them. Yeah, Gordo's an ogre.
Gordo's
Krent's
an
a
ogre.
Viashino.
Oh yeah, Krent's the lizard
people,
guy. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Azul is a big old rocks, this rhino person. So
Yeah.
And tell us what situation you guys were all in at the last we saw of you.
Yeah, I think it was Gordo that had a tip on some aura in a warehouse that we could pick up at drugs, and so we thought it would be an easy smash and grab. And when we got smashed by a little raccoon guy with a big lightning gun.
A little raccoon with a big gun.
Yeah.
When you were trying to steal his big stash of Halo.
Bad attitude. Halo, not Aura. That's right. Different game. Yeah, he messed me up real good. But I finally got on top of him, bashed his head in with his own gun, and we ran off with some drugs, but not much and not far, because not in a good way.
And you made a lot of noise, right?
A lot of noise. Yeah.
There and like there were like civilian witnesses gathering around as you ran out of the warehouse. So there's a big footprint to this little mission of yours. Yeah. Cool. Well, that'll be exciting to sort out the fallout from.
Super fun.
Cool. So anything else we should know about Zephyr, or shall we meet our next character here?
Zephyr has a sister who is a player who's not here. I think that's about it. Yeah, I can't remember anything else that's super important right now.
Yeah, there's that sibling relationship between Zephyr and Azazi, and we hope that Chase will be able to rejoin us
or a
to
brother.
Play
I'm the sister.
Azazi in the finale. Yeah, very good. Then Sam, please tell us about your character.
Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be playing Cormella, and she is a spy. She is primarily working for the Obscura, who are a faction of divination wizards and kind of the fingers kind of working behind the information brokers. They know everything that happens in the city, and they're trying to influence everybody else to do what they want. And so Cormella has been assigned to I think we call them the Grinders is our gang.
Yeah, that's right. The Grinders is our gang, and they're not one of the 5 major families. They're like a
minor gang that's trying to make their space.
A little outfit trying to carve out some space for themselves.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Cormella has been assigned to the Grinders to get them on the Obscura's good side and make sure that they're not aligning themselves with any other groups. And so far that has not been working out super great, because I'm supposed to host a dinner with a major broker's character and like sweet talk him. So who knows how that's going to go. But yeah, most of what's happened so far is Cormella got kind of grilled for a little bit and then told that she needs her and her husband, Azazi, who is Zephyr's brother, need to host this fancy dinner party so that Don Severo can sweet talk this broker's agent.
Yes, and you also got an assignment from the Obscura, right? Like they were pointing you towards finding something in particular, I believe.
That is correct. I was told that the Grinders have captured an angel, and that I need to secure it for the Obscura and get it out of the Grinders' hands.
A major task.
Yeah, not sure how that's going to
go. Well, I'm excited to see how things transpire for these characters. So, Cormella, I want to start with you. What's keeping you up at like 3 a.m. this night?
I feel like Cormella is the kind of person that just always has trouble sleeping. There's a lot of stuff to be panicky about, and so she sleeps in fits and spurts and barely, like, I think she gets maybe like 4 hours of sleep total, and it's split into like 1 hour chunks. So most of her time is spent reading papers or going over notes and trying to think about how to deal with the day ahead.
So are you like in and out of bed, or are you kind of mostly like in an armchair with like papers spread out in front of you and occasionally snoozing?
No, I think there's like her desk, like Her nightstand is just this big stack of papers all the time. And so she's kind of got one of those big fluffy pillows that she kind of has little armrests, and she's sitting up in bed with a very dim candle reading papers.
Right. Nice. With Azazi fast asleep next to you.
Yeah.
All right. Zephyr, you are kind of limping away from that dramatic encounter. What's it like when you turn up on the doorstep of Azazi and Cormella?
Yeah, I think the boys and I have probably actually split up just in case anyone was following me. So I think it's just me showing up at the door.
Just Zephyr. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I've got a big old burn, like all like from top of head to torso from the thing, and I think I've covered myself up with a. I don't even have like a hooded jacket or anything. I think it's just a regular jacket, sort of like just pulled over.
Nice.
So I just don't look like a mom going through. And yeah, just struggling to stay upright and just kind of like get up there and lean on the door and start pounding on it.
Cormella Azazi kind of shifts in his sleep as the sound of hammering on the door fills the apartment.
Yeah, this is what it puts the papers down. I think there's like picks the stack up and puts them in like a secret drawer in the back of the nightstand kind of thing. Gets up and puts on a big fluffy night robe and goes over to the door, and there's definitely one of those little like windows in the top of the door.
Yeah, where you like the spy hole where you pull it across. Yeah.
Oh, closes opens the door just a crack. Like, what happened?
Just let me in. We got in over our heads. Just
Shush. Quiet. Okay, I'll let you in. Just quiet. Opens the door, trying not to have the squeaky hinges.
Yeah, and I probably just fall in noisily and collapse on the floor.
Yeah, I'm constantly like looking back at the bedroom, like pulling you guys into the living room. Grab some towels because I don't think I have like medical like full bandages things. I'm like grab a towel that I've wrapped around and tied like a tourniquet.
Yeah, because at the end of the session, Zephyr got Crocting shot and chose between us. We had chose it's messy. The wound will leave an impressive, ugly scar, and it's painful. -1 ongoing until you get some help.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this right now is help. Mostly, I'm trying to not get blood all over the floor.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah, Zephyr, what do you say? What do you do?
I need something to drink, water or whiskey, anything.
Yeah, I definitely like grab some whiskey from, or whatever the equivalent of whiskey is. Notably, Halo, the Wizards of the Coast. Halo is not a drug. We are not telling you to give drugs out at your pre-release events. Even though they were
in our game, Halo is
our game is absolutely a drug.
Is 100%. Substituting for drugs because there's a whole section of drug moves from Cartel that we're letting Halo stand in for. But
I don't know that Halo is like the right thing to give somebody who's bleeding.
Yeah.
But if there's some other liquor or whiskey or
absolutely.
Yeah, I probably like alternating, like taking a swig, like pouring it or whatever hurts. So like, I know Mark knows it's not going to help, but Zephyr's pretty sure that that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it could. It's worth a shot at least, right?
Yeah.
Did you bring your gang with you, or is it just you?
No, it's just me. We split up.
Okay.
Now they presumably are off trying to find help too, because none of them were in great condition, and I think Azul specifically was injured. So at some point you'll probably want to check in on them.
Yeah.
But for now,
I've like put you in a big armchair and I've like tied up specifically the spot that's bleeding the worst. I'm like, what the hell happened?
We got a tip on a ship in a Halo that was supposed to not be guarded very well or at all, and we were misinformed, and we thought we could just walk in and take it, but it turns out the guy who owned the place had different ideas, and his idea involved a really big lightning gun and my face and my body. I'm probably also like, not all the blood is mine because
I was about to say, right? Like,
yeah.
Cormella, you like take Zephyr in, and it's like clear that like a bunch of the blood that's on her came from somebody else.
Yeah, there's also, I guess, like probably pieces of like bits of fur and stuff, which are clearly not mine.
Yeah,
because I brutalized that poor little dude.
Yeah.
Can I ask where this was? I'm like going through in my head all the notes of Halo movements that I've heard of.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get the truth, Cormella?
I think so. I think I'm trying to figure out like, was this actually something that's like okay to steal? Because there's some shipments that you don't steal because they're going specifically to a boss.
I'm
trying to think.
Zephyr just dumps like I can confess my sins. Yeah, like we got Gordo got us a tip. I don't know where from. I didn't check in with the boss. I know I should have, but I didn't. Things would have turned out like this if I did. I probably wouldn't have even gone because it's probably not okay, but we did it anyway. I thought I could, get a leg up or like help, like hustle a little bit and then maybe show that I was good enough, but I just fucked everything up. And now I don't know, there's a dead raccoon in the warehouse, and people are probably looking for us. I'm sure someone saw us, and then we brought it right to your doorstep. Boss is gonna kill me, like literally kill me now.
Hang on,
you gotta help me out.
Hang on.
All right, so confess your sins is a move. So let's see the dice tell us something there. Zephyr, roll plus hustle to see if your confession helps you clear your stress track.
I've got a little bit of hustle.
Yeah.
So that's 2 dice plus 1.
Yeah, 2d6 plus your hustle.
That comes out to an 8.
Okay. Interesting. On a hit, you find forgiveness, clear your stress track. On a 7 to 9, you must perform your penance before you return to confession. Amazing.
Nice.
This is reskinned from a more like explicitly religious confess your sins.
Oh yeah,
but like making it just confess to a confidant also works pretty well, I found. So awesome. So like doing this with a PC puts the power in their hands.
Yeah.
So Cormella, kind of the move suggests you have to like offer forgiveness to Zephyr. Whether you feel it in your heart is up to you, but it also kind of leaves you the question of what like penance, right? Like what's when you talk them down after they spill all their sins to you, kind of what do you say they have to do next, right?
Hey, it's gonna be fine. I'll talk it over with the Don, and we'll make sure that this doesn't get out of hand. Okay?
Can you check it out? Like I tell Cormella like exactly where it was, like what it looked like, who was there. Just check and make sure I didn't step on the boss's toes or get out of line. I think
Cormella's going to go over to some notes and pull things up. How much did you take?
I mean, I couldn't carry much, but the guys, I mean, they're big, so whatever they could stuff under their arms. We didn't have time to like get a truck or anything. There was this big horde, and you grabbed a few armfuls and limped out of there, right?
But most of it's still there, right?
Most of it's still there. I have like a couple bags or however it comes in my pockets, but that's about it.
So and Zephyr might not have noticed this, but most of it might not be still there since you blew up the whole warehouse with the lightning gun, and then
That's right.
civilians were grabbing what they could from this suddenly revealed stash. So
Yeah.
It's not necessarily all going to still be in that spot by the time somebody checks on it.
The location is also burned, like physically, and can't be used again.
Okay. Going through. Okay. Good news. That wasn't controlled by that shipment wasn't to anybody important. Bad news is that was Riveteer's turf.
Yes, 100%.
They're gonna come asking for. If anybody saw you, they're gonna come asking for it.
Yeah.
But you didn't take much, so we can probably get away with that. We didn't take any. It's gonna be tricky, but we'll figure it out. So, what I need from you is I have a job that I got tasked with.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a lot of specifics yet, but when I call you, I'm going to need you to come and help. Okay.
Yeah. Anything you need.
And
Absolutely.
I'll talk with the Dawn and make sure that this doesn't come back around to you.
Don't wake up Azazi. He doesn't need any of this. Thanks.
No, he's asleep.
You've put a lot of trust in me already, and I just really appreciate everything you've done.
Question: do I have to propose a deal here, or is that just the result of his confession?
I think you don't have to propose a deal since you're opposing this as a penance, and Zephyr's going along with it willingly, right?
Okay.
So
cool. I think that's fine.
Here's my question. You've provided some kind of basic aid to Zephyr. I'm not sure it rises to the level of the type of help Zephyr needs to not be taking -1 ongoing right after getting crafting shot.
Mm-hmm. So I think that this is I don't have medical supplies here.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go and find somebody who has the tools. I've patched you up enough where you're not going to die on my couch. But if you don't get some help in the next couple of hours, you're going to be limping for the rest of your life, kind of thing.
Yeah. I buy that. Does that sound right to you, Zephyr?
Yeah, for sure.
Cormella, do you have a thought about where you would try to bring Zephyr, or do you want me to put some NPCs out there?
I feel like there's a little a devil who works on the streets, and he's kind of the you never talk to him about it, but everybody kind of knows that he does weird organ trafficking kind of nonsense.
Oh my goodness.
But he is this really, really sketchy, shady figure, but he never asks any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not.
Yep.
Let's come up with a name for him.
How about Benedetto Benny Balducci?
Love it.
Benny is this little devil character, and I think the devils here they're they're short, they're kind of red, scaly.
Yeah, they've got horns, they've got tails, kind of classic, kind of cartoon devil feeling characters.
Yeah, so come on, let's go see Benny. I hope he's up. And I grab some money out of the dresser and
yeah.
Let me go put on some actual clothes. It's cold outside, and you wait here.
Okay.
I want to offer that I leave and my desk is unlocked. If you want to try and take this opportunity to do something with that, I don't know.
That's kind of delicious. So
Yeah.
Cormella's heading out to kind of
Fresh, like put on actual like going outside clothing.
Oh, okay, got it. You're not right. You're just
I'm just in the other room. This is
you're
like
just in the other room.
2 minutes.
But the desk is open if Zephyr's feeling curious.
Yeah, I mean, Zephyr's always feeling curious. I don't know if she's up to it. I think maybe she'll like look around. She's been here plenty. Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna dig into it though. She might note that it's unlocked. Like anything. But yeah, I don't think she's any condition to actually do anything about it right now.
That's fair. So we get like the dramatic irony shot of something incriminating, just waiting there, and Zephyr just not going for it.
Yeah, like okay, I'm saving that one for later. But
yeah. Okay, yeah. So Cormella comes back with her like big kind of trench coat and has like a big jacket to put around you, so it's not quite so obvious that you're covered in blood. And we head out.
Cool. Yeah, let's get to Benny.
Yeah, hit the streets, which is not actually a move in this game. Actually, I wonder if there's a heat move here, right? Because there is a move called avoid suspicion when you try to avoid suspicion while handling business in public, right? And that's kind of an interesting move for you've got someone very injured, you're trying to get them to someone who'll patch them up off the books without any of the any of the parties that might object to this noticing.
Yeah, I think this is definitely we arrive and have to avoid suspicion in we're going into this person's place of business. I don't even know what his like professional business would be.
Butcher.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Like it's a butcher shop, but it's also a it's also in the back. He'll stitch you up. Yeah. Cool.
Benny the Cleaver.
So when you try to avoid suspicion, so this is a reverse roll where rolling low is better. When you try to avoid suspicion while handling business in public, roll with heat. Add 1 for each. You're carrying a lot of Halo or money. You're transporting a body, dead or alive. You're equipped with military weaponry. You don't have a lot of Halo, right? Like you
a few pockets full. Yeah.
Grabbed a handful. Yeah.
I think
you're sort of transferring an alive body in that you're dragging this injured person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that tracks.
You're equipped with military weaponry. That's not the case, right, Cormella?
Unless you count Zephyr's guns.
Well,
but...
where did the big gun? Where did the big gun go, Zephyr? Because you brought it with you. Did you pass it to one of your guys?
But I think I gave it to one of the guys because I probably would not have made it if I was carrying that as well. So I gave it to one of the guys who was okay, probably more their size. It was like
it was apparently the size of the raccoon. So
it was like really disproportionate for the raccoon. The raccoon was just was into big guns, far more than he had the stature for.
I feel like I should probably roll this because it's better.
Too. Yeah.
and I think it is you who because you're transporting
the body,
me, right?
Yeah. Okay. So my heat is -1, but we're adding 1 because of carrying Zephyr around. So
makes it a flat roll. Yeah.
That's a 9.
there's no the helper interfere won't actually help with this because even a -2 doesn't make it 6 or something. Cool.
Yeah.
A 7 to 9. Only local security takes an interest, make a threat, or flash some money to smooth things over. Nice. I think we'll take our first break now, and when we pick up again, we'll see that scene, of local security taking interest as Cormella drags Zephyr to Benny, the devil / patch-up artist. All right.
Awesome.
Take 10. See you at 11 past the hour.
Sounds good.
stuff, but I've never managed to that's it. But also, like, you're talking about, like, um, programming and math concepts that I gained with, and I'm trying to explain how the engineering thing that I did fits broadly into that space. I don't know how I did. I did better than I thought because I thought it was just going to be like a. Have you ever done this? No. Have you ever done this? No. Have you ever done this? But I could at least answer the question thinking if it was kind of
Sounds like maybe there's something job for you.
probably. The hiring the recruiter guy seems very excited about me. So
Maybe talk to him and be like, is there a different job
yeah,
for an engineer?
yeah.
Although Boeing is going to be better.
Boeing is probably not close to what I want. I'm also finally hearing back from the board,
Oh, hey,
and they were
which guy? Which Blue Origin guy?
James is actually reaching out to me personally and saying, hey, we need project engineers, which is pretty huge, best.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
And
yeah.
that's like this budget I've never touched. Yeah, I hate the columns. I've never kind of done the columns.
So is the Boeing area sound better? Or do you-
Only one seems closer to what I want to be. But the Oregon is probably close to where. So, only
So
one.
try for Boeing. You have specific interview stuff.
They said that it would take a couple of weeks.
A couple weeks. So you should.
So it should be pretty soon. I should get something.
Yes, you should reach out to them.
I have no idea. Well, maybe the other person thought that
But you were so smart that,
I was smart.
do you want that job if you have trouble with it?
That job is the kind of thing where you like, I would get dumped face first into learn all the really cool tech and drive yourself into the ground, being super technical and learning all the stuff, and then eventually you'll get. Not really, but it's also a really good experience kind of thing.
No.
Like,
Fuck that. No. You've had enough falling on your face. Have fun and enjoy working on typos. Take a job you're either good at or excited about. Don't take a job that you're gonna fall on your face. I've done that and I cried a lot. Sucked. I quit
you
as
didn't
soon as
quit.
I could.
They asked you to stay longer than you were told.
Yes, and I said, hello. Don't take a job you're gonna hate for at least a few months. I don't know why you think they have some jobs good.
I don't. I'm trying to justify it to myself.
This is a learning experience.
And this is good interviews.
Yes. You're gonna get it.
It would be, but it would be a much better thing when you go through the interview process. Better, more comfortable. And then I said, I don't think that you said this. Here's why. You think they're a fit for something like
That's
this.
great.
And then they can say, okay,
Also, you
I have
could
that.
have leverage.
Leverage and then Boeing and say, hey, look, Amazon's giving $150,000 a year.
Do you think Boeing is like somewhere between Amazon and Woodville? Or there is Boeing?
In terms of price,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think that if this goes well, Boeing should
How you doing?
All right.
I thought we might be going to a kindly veterinarian or something, but this this devil who's a butcher and an organ dealer is much better.
Which is
as
pretty
a
sweet. Yeah.
person who will patch you up for some sort of a fee.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
The art and the NPCs tab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of good art in this set.
Lots of really good art.
There we go. Hey everybody, welcome back.
I just sat down.
No worries. No worries. So the two of our protagonists, Cormella and Zephyr, were making their way to Beltucci's butchery to get Zephyr patched up by Benny, and we rolled to avoid suspicion. Got a 7 to 9, so only local security takes an interest. I think what this looks like is you're kind of moving through the early morning streets, right, of the Metzio here, right? So it's still there's still a few people out and about because it's the region of this of the city that never sleeps. But not many people visiting the butcher shop at this hour of night. So you stand out a little as you make your way towards it, and before you can go in, a pair of brokers make an appearance. A human and one an Aven. The human says, "Ladies, would you be in need of any assistance?" And the Aven kind of lands next to him from flying up above. Right, he says, "It's an odd time of night to be visiting a butcher shop, unless there's something we should be taking more of an interest in this establishment." Jerks his head towards the shop.
No, it's all fine. I just have my sister-in-law here over for breakfast, and we wanted to make sure that we had all the right things to get everything set up as I'm pulling a bag out of my coat. And this like I definitely brought money along with me, and this is the kind of thing that you bring more than you need to any of these kind of transactions, just in case something like this happens. So I'm very clearly like pulling out a purse and like pulling probably like big silver coins out of it as like just
sounds like you're proposing a deal. Sort of implicitly, right? But the deal is, leave us alone. Don't take any interest in this place. Here's your bribe.
I think that tracks that I'm trying to
smooth things over
here. So I have to roll with face, which
that's
is
correct.
Very good for me.
Pretty good.
So that's +2. That's still a 5.
Oh no!
1 + 2.
Nice.
Oh no!
1 + 2 + 2.
At the help or interfere only gives +1.
Yeah, that's still gonna be a 6.
Give me a second. As I pull up my GM moves, I'll stall by asking Zephyr. Zephyr, how are you? Trying to not look, conspicuously injured as you're pulled through the streets here.
Yeah, I mean, considering the role, I probably am I'm in tremendous pain, and probably more like irritable and on edge than usual, and probably make a crack at them instead of trying to lay low we need to get some eggs for breakfast too. Don't forget, bird guy.
The bird bristles, right? Its feathers literally ruffled, and as the human partner says, give us just a moment, grabs his partner by the shoulder. They're putting their heads together, but not being so subtle. I think audibly you hear something the one who stole from the Riveteers. We're supposed to keep an eye out, right? So there's a uncomfortable sense, of them having an inkling of who it is that's being dragged injured to this butcher shop. Cormella, I'd like you to mark a stress. This situation is not particularly going the way you're hoping. You're left with your coins in hand.
Wait, what? They usually take the. Do we split?
Yeah, can we get inside without them? I mean, they seem to be occupied for a second, and at least Benny has got knives in there.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
I
meant split.
I'm not thinking straight. That's got to be your call. I'm not in any condition to make a good decision. I would rather get inside and have one more person to help deal with these guys. I'm sure Benny's had his share, right?
Why don't I think we're having this small conversation as they're having their small conversation.
So your time is rapidly leaking away here.
Listen, okay. If things go south and I pull out that little bag of money and give it to you, you get in there and get yourself patched up, and I'm going to try and get back to the hideout.
All right.
Maybe, hopefully, they follow me and not you. But we'll see. We'll see what they do first.
Yeah. So you've passed off the money. Yeah. Brokers turn back around. Human clears his throat. He says more officially, "Why don't you come with us? Step into our office. Our firm has a couple questions for people matching your description. I'm sure it's something we can sort out amicably, but could be good to just make sure all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted." And he like whistles, and a black limousine pulls up next to you.
What does the halo that I have, like? Is it like a powder in bags, or like a couple little things in my pockets?
Yeah, I mean, you tell me if what you've got is powdered halo or crystal halo, or
I like powdered because it's like I see like sandwich bags, kind of just like stuff full of I think like I give Cormella a look. It's like I don't go anywhere with drug dealers and pick take it out of my pocket and just like throw it at them. Maybe it's open, maybe not. And while they're like, bags of drugs are coming at my face, try and duck in to the butcher shop.
Sounds like you're pushing your luck to me.
Yeah, that sure does.
just throwing powdered halo at the brokers.
Grit +0. Yeah. Do I have any?
Do you have something to help you?
If I'm focused on escaping, which I totally am. I can
push your luck with hustle instead of grit. There you go.
Yeah, that's a +1.
There we go. All right, roll with the +1. See how that goes.
Ooh, that got me a 7 at least.
Well, I'm afraid on a push your luck, a 7-9 says things don't work out like you hoped. Yes, he will tell you how you can turn things around if you act quickly, make an ugly choice, or tough it out. One of them is staggered, but like one of them has their wits about them and like grabs your injured shoulder as you're trying to get in. You can wrench yourself free, but you're gonna be hurting if you do that. What do you do?
Definitely gotta like lean into the pain and
I think that is the opportunity for Cormella to try and run and be like, "Hey, come follow me, you idiots," and get them to not key on Zephyr.
Yeah, Zephyr mark a stress just to represent the taking that additional, like basically like reopening a wound, right? As you make.
Oh, actually, I'm -1, so that would have been a 6, not a 7.
-1.
Yeah, that would have been a 6, not a 7.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so
that's no good.
So Cormella can help you because helper interfere gives can give a +1 on a hit.
Yeah.
Cormella, since you're basically describing assisting here anyway, do you want to roll to help Zephyr, see if that can be helpful?
You're looking at your stress. Already at 4. So I can only pick one. I can't.
Yeah, you can wager one stress.
One.
Yeah. I mean, we can just
let's do it.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna roll +1 and see if this works.
There you go. There we are.
Amazing. Yeah, on a hit, you can give them a +1 to their roll, and you don't have to mark the stress you wagered. So Cormella, tell me how you like completely distract these brokers and like give Zephyr that opening.
I don't think I completely distract them, right? Because it's still a 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it is a 7 to 9, right? It's Zephyr's kind of as we narrated,
But
Zephyr
it's
gets
not
grabbed,
a abject failure.
jerks her way out. But I guess the key thing is like you don't like take additional blowback for this, right? Like you're distracting them in such a way that you're actually going to like kind of get to safety yourself.
Okay, yeah. So I think this is like, I see the unmarked black car come around the corner, and I'm like, okay, we need to move now. And so this is the like elbow Zephyr at the same time as I'm running to like, hey, if you're gonna do something, do it now.
Yeah. Nice.
And it's just it's more of a timing thing and kind of reading the situation, being like, okay, this is the moment. If we're gonna do something, we got to do it now.
Yeah. So like the broker's like, hey, get back here, but like they don't shoot at you or pursue you or anything.
Because they're busy. They were looking to see the car, and so we've got this very, very small window.
Yeah. So Cormella, you are kind of out of the limelight for the moment. We'll check back in on you in a few minutes. Zephyr, you like presumably like pull open the like door, like slam it, and like pull the like bar across it or whatever. Yeah. It's like it's weirdly heavily reinforced for a commercial establishment door.
Yeah, just yell for Benny. Like, Benny, I need some meat tenderizer or something for this. Got a lot of meat that's already too tender. I don't know.
That's great. Yeah. So you're in the like, the like front of house part where there's, like sausages in like a, nice glass case. And then like you hear like a grumbling noise from like the back of the shop, and like the door swings open and this little devil comes out. He's wearing an apron. He's like wiping some blood off his hands. He's like, what is it? What is it now? And he like takes you in. He's like, Zephyr, you got yourself messed up too?
Yeah, I got myself really messed up. What do you mean two? Who else got messed up?
Got one of yours back there already. Your friend the Rocks.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. We both got messed up by the same little dude.
Yeah. It's a busy night. I've got a maestro to take care of too. So you're gonna have to wait your turn.
Oh, do you have anything for me in the meantime?
He's blood sausage.
Yeah, that's great. I think I'll like grab one and put it on my head. Not quite understanding.
Beautiful. Yeah. So as you like follow him into the back, ignoring the brokers who are like pounding on the front door, demanding that you open up. What's the like disturbing thing that catches your eye, in like the specimen jars that he has, up on the walls in the the back meat locker here?
Oh man. I think one of the jars is just full of eyeballs.
Nice.
And like
different
maybe, and like
species of eyeballs.
Yeah, and like not like ones that he couldn't get rid of, like ones that were damaged in transport or whatever. Like these are this is the bargain bin.
Man, like the jar of noses in our flag death. Has anyone seen that? Yeah. Okay.
Like this guy's head got bashed in. His eyeball's no good, but I'll put it in the jar.
Put it in the jar. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And so like there's like a none too clean metal table laid out there, and your buddy Azul the Rocks is on it, and she kind of looks over. She's like, Zephyr, you've found yourself here as well.
Yeah, someone's got to take care of me. Yeah, how are you holding up?
I'll live, but Gordo won't when I get my hands on him.
Where do we know where he got the tip? Like, did he fuck us, or like was that just him being dumb?
I don't care. Either way, I'm punching his face in.
I approved.
Benny's like, yeah, you two sit tight a minute. Be right back. And he like shuffles off into like the darkest corner of the back room where there's another like figure under a stained cloth right on one of these things, and he's like muttering to himself a little bit as he's doing something with a a like mini cleaver and large needle and thread, right? Azul kind of like pushes herself up, painfully. This is gonna be bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's already bad. I just don't know exactly how bad or exactly what kind of bad yet, but it's not good for sure.
At least we got a little halo out of it. I stuffed mine in the usual spot, right?
Yeah, I just threw mine at a bunch of cops. So
they're brokers here.
Yeah, outside. I think Cormella drew them off, but there was some banging on the door when I was walking in.
Then you need
slowly, casually sauntering in.
you need to get helped out before they turn up with reinforcements, Zephyr. We can't afford to wait.
Well, Benny's on his own schedule. I don't think they're getting through that door anytime soon. I hope not. You feeling up to knocking some heads if we need to, though?
There's nothing I like better, but doing it a little short-handed. And she's got like one hand fully like bandaged, like in a cast or something, right? It's like like a sling, right? So it's and she's not in like top fighting form.
Yeah. Benny, can you hurt? We have visitors outside, and I think we need to move up the timeline a little bit.
Yeah. You're telling me how to do my job, kid?
I'm telling you that if those guys get in, there won't be a job to do.
Are you pressuring someone?
Yeah, I definitely am.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll with hustle.
Hustle. I think I got some hustle. Yeah. So +1 for hustle, -1 for being messed up.
Oh, right. It's a flat roll.
Yeah. Ooh, and that's a 4.
Great. So as you say this, you hear like a splintering sound of the door getting bashed in. And let's cut to Cormella. Cormella, like where did you find yourself as after you beat a hasty retreat?
I think this Cormella is the kind of person that always has a backup, because nobody expects them to be part of the Obscura, and the Obscura have like little nooks and hideouts and friendly places all over the city that you can just kind of slip into if you need it. So I feel like this is kind of like Cormella's like runs down a street, turns into an alley, and then there's nothing there. Like it's just like a dark alley, and she turns in, and you see her go around the corner, and then there's nothing, and she is like in a little like shop that's just disguised to look like an alley.
That's beautiful. Yeah. It's got to be like a little fortune teller shop too, right? Because that's another part of the Obscura aesthetic, right? These crystal balls and psychic guidance. Yeah. So like you're catching your breath, maybe like idly looking at the divination cards spread over the table, right? Like yeah, absolutely. And then kind of suddenly you're not alone, and your Obscura handler Quasar is like sitting calmly in the on the fortune teller's side of this table. Cormella, darling, how did I know you would be turning up here?
Is that a rhetorical question? You
Of course it is. I know everything.
know everything.
Yes. Well, one thing I do want to know, though, this angel that the grinders have. What have you learned about it?
The angel that you told me about 8 hours ago?
I did express it was high priority.
I've been going over my notes. I've been going over the transactions that we've been doing, all the any kind of like weird land purchase or like building that we've been staking out or anything like that. I haven't found anything concrete, but I have a couple of leads. And
Are you justifying your behavior?
I think I'm justifying my behavior here.
These are great. These are great basic moves.
The information already.
Yeah.
Roll with face.
Yes.
And you don't have any other demerits to this or anything.
Demerits. My stress is very high, but
your stress is very high. It's true.
So this is just a +2.
Nice.
That's a 10. Cool.
Okay.
4 and a 4 is 8 + 2 is 10.
On a hit, they accept your logic, right? So, like as you like lay this all out, Quasar says, "Very good, very good. I am not here to breathe down your neck, just to be clear about the seriousness of the assignment. But I am sure that you will perform with that in mind."
Oh, I absolutely understand the severity of the assignment.
Yes.
It's just that when your when your sister-in-law appears on your doorstep, bleeding out of every limb, sometimes you got to clean up the blood first.
Yes, the grinders are not as elegant in their methods, are they? You're not getting too attached to your gang mates, Cormella?
No, I know what I need to do.
All right. That's what I like to hear. May I offer you some tea?
That would be lovely.
And she produces
sits down at the table.
Right. She pushes over to you a already brewed, already milked and sugared to your exact specifications teacup. Like she knew what you were going to say and where you were going to sit.
Can I size her up?
You certainly may. Yeah. Why?
Trying to figure out how I can turn this conversation away from the things that I've been doing into something else.
Absolutely. Sizing up your handler is always a legit move for the spy. So this is with savagery, which you do have a +1 in. That is fascinating. I feel like that's kind of something you're keeping on the down low, that you've got that +1 in savagery. When you size someone up, roll with savagery.
All right. Roll +1. That's a 9. Okay.
You can ask one from these questions. What are your current weaknesses / strengths? How can I show you dominance / submission? What do you intend to do next? What do you wish I'd do right now? How could I get you to blank?
How could I get you to gift me a lead on this project that they've assigned? So I know that this is a test, and I know that Quasar knows more than she's letting on in this situation about the angel thing, and I want to get her to spill something that I have more than just nothing to go on.
Sure. So how could you get her to gift you a further lead? I think saying or doing something that demonstrates your your true loyalty, right, to the Obscura, and specifically that you're not kind of distracted by your family connections with the grinders, right? But some kind of proof that that's all like just part of the mask for you, and not something that's making you go soft. That would be encouraging for Quasar, and rewarded with helpful insight.
Okay. I think Cormella. Now look. Zephyr, real quick. Who did you get the information from again?
From Gordo.
Gordo.
Yes. Gordo said a little bird told him.
Yeah.
I think Cormella says, now listen, I got the rest of the crew to mess up that Riveteer's stash like he asked me to. It got messier than I thought it would. I apologize for that, but I was good for what you asked.
Yeah, she'll nod. She says, and indeed, I hear that Ziatora is fuming, which is exactly what we want. Keeping the dragon angry keeps her from thinking straight.
Well, that's your problem. I don't want anything to do with an angry dragon.
No, your task concerns not dragons but angels.
Yeah, about that.
Here's what we know, so you're not stumbling in the dark. After the crescendo, many became interested in whether others were out there like that seeming young woman, Giada, who turned out to be, well, an angel in disguise. And it seems like, of all people, Don Severo got there first, found another little orphan wandering down in the Chaldea who is more than he seems. Find this ragamuffin and bring us the angel inside.
I think I have some ideas.
She nods and sips her tea. Cut to in the butcher shop. There's now shouts saying, this is an active broker's case. Cooperate and your words and actions will not be used against you in a court of law. Right. So, because of course, brokers, technically lawyers, even if they're also the closest thing to law enforcement that the streets of New Capenna have. Right. So, but yeah, there's, basically the sound of brokers storming back through there's shattering glass. They're messing up the front of the shop, and it's mere moments before they burst into this back room. Zephyr, what do you do?
Is there a back way out? Right here.
There's gotta be, right? But do you know about it?
Yeah.
Right. Or is it just a back way that only Benny knows about?
Yeah, Benny, is there a back way out of here?
How would he answer that? I think he says, "You're not leaving me in the lurch. You brought this trouble. You deal with it."
Azure will take care of it, right, buddy? They don't know his face. They know me. If they find me here, you're not going to be having a great night or morning. So get me out of here. Azure, take care of the cops. And
Okay. Are you trying to get your gang to follow your lead on something dangerous or costly?
I think so. Yeah.
Since you're basically telling Azul to like cover your escape as you flee. All right.
So that's with hustle. So
Yeah,
plus
this
one in
is
and
your
a minus
brother's
one in.
move.
Yeah. So still rolling flat. And a 5.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's great.
Let's see. On a miss, your gang fights among itself about baloney you thought was settled, cracking up your plans before you even start. Yeah, Azul is like, crack that. I'm not dying fighting some brokers. Not before I kill Gordo. And like she just like charges back, grabbing Benny. So like he points like over there, right? Like they like disappear through some back door. You might be able to follow them, but
yeah, I'm definitely trying to follow him. Yeah.
In that case, there's brokers have like smashed into this back room now, and they're looking around, and like they see that you're trying to escape, and start firing. So how you doing? Take a stress, and for sure. tell me what you do to try and not get left behind here.
Like I imagine there's like the metal cart tables back there, and try and push those in them. Maybe there's a bunch of knives on one that make it a little,
like
don't want to run into it. Yeah.
There's like knives and cleavers laid out, right? So like absolutely, like push the cart table over, blades flying through the air, Avon like covers his face and looks like he's gonna get skewered, but then like his shield activates, and we see like this flash of blue magic protecting him as the knives kind of glance off of it. But let's go ahead and roll. I think this is push your luck, unless you've got another thing here. Oh wait, hang on. This might be flee from security. Right, like this isn't just a general push your luck. This is like specifically running from people who are trying to maintain order. So when you flee from security, roll with heat.
Okay.
And
that is
for this one,
+0 still. Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know if it's clear how this move interacts with previously having gotten painfully shot, because heat is a like you want to roll low thing.
Oh yeah, interesting.
We'll be generous and give you that
right.
-1. Sure. What's your heat in general? Is your heat a +1?
0.
Okay,
0.
so all right, rolling with -1. What could go wrong?
Okay, that would be a 6.
That would be a 6.
Yep.
On a miss, you get away clean.
Right.
So like I'm willing to say you like make this commotion. The brokers shield themselves, and like when their shield clears and they look around, like you're nowhere to be found. And then we cut to some back alley where you've managed to regroup, and like Benny is like finally helping you out, using like whatever tools he had, just stuffed it through the belt of his apron here, and like complaining the whole time about what it's going to cost him to fix up the shop. Do you need to strain your finances to pay him off here, or you have a purse full of Cormella's money?
Say, here's the whole purse. This is all for you. There's some extra bribe money in there that wound up not getting used, so hopefully that will cover any damages.
I'll say it works, right? So like tell me like give me just a detail about how Zephyr is reacting to this even more kind of impromptu than usual medical treatment.
I think he didn't bring any anesthetics or anything, so like
bold of you to assume he uses anesthetics usually. But even whatever he had is not there. No cork to put in your mouth or whatever.
And it's just yeah, a brutal little ordeal to tough through it, but something's got to be done.
Something's got to be done. All right. Well, you got some help, so you
Whew.
no longer have to take -1 forward to to all your rolls.
Excellent.
And we'll say, like, sometime around now, as possibly the sun is coming up, since you've had quite a night of it. Your personal radio starts buzzing.
Yeah, pick it up.
It's the boss's voice. Zephyr.
Hey, Don. Don.
We need to talk
what's
in
this?
person.
Don Severo. Of course. Yeah, how can I help?
Meet me at the warehouse now.
Will do. I'll be there immediately. Do you need me to bring anyone or anything?
Just the truth. And he hangs up.
All right.
Cool. Let's take our second break. Seems like a good cliffhanger. Be back at 3 past the hour, and we'll see where things go for our folks from here. Hey, how's everybody doing? All right.
Good.
So, yeah. So it's the next day after that tumultuous night. I want to turn to Cormella first. Cormella, tell me a little bit about like your normal routine, like in the morning of a normal day. What do you do?
I feel like it's I'm always off on like jobs, nominally there for the grinders.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn gives me enough things that it makes sense that I'm out all day, but usually those are maybe half my day,
Right.
and the rest is.
Though, of course, as far as your husband is concerned, what you're doing is like accounting work for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm at the accounting firm, and
Yeah.
it's across town, and so I have to leave early to get there, and I get home late.
Yeah.
But this is where we could get this nice apartment for cheap.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you have these grinder related tasks, but also you've got Obscura, snooping to do.
Yeah, mostly it's Obscura snooping. But I think I'm always moving around, and I'll never be in the same place twice. Maybe there's a couple of like contacts or like specific specific connections that I meet up with like once a week, once every other week kind of a thing. But it's not very common to see me in the same place twice.
Nice. So what's the agenda today, right? Like, we'll say at some point you get like Zephyr radios to say that she did indeed get patched up, just so that the loop can get closed on that. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We can hear that conversation. Zephyr, do you want to give us a sense of like what you tell Cormella, after you finally get Benny to get you back on your feet here?
I think the main gist is, I'm patched up. Spent all of your money. Thank you very much. Let me know how I can repay you, if I get a chance to, because Don Severo wants to see me right now. So,
cut to the other end of the phone. Cormella is mopping blood off of the front step,
like frantically trying to get it all gone before Azazi wakes up.
Yeah, got the phone up. Oh no, don't worry about it. You're in the family. It's fine.
I'm a little worried.
Don't tell Don anything. I'll deal with any questions.
He's
if he asks you about this, don't tell him anything. You can tell him other stuff.
Oh, okay. If he asks about, you'll take care of it?
I'll take care of it. I told you I would.
Okay. Great.
Great. Cormella, we'll say that you like do a good enough job, getting all the blood up that Azazi wakes up and goes off to the flower shop without asking any probing questions about your whereabouts during the night or anything like that.
Maybe does it smell like metallic in here?
It's like, oh, that must be the construction they're doing down the street.
Yeah.
Great. So what's where to next?
I think step one is going to be, I feel like knowing that it is like a little kid that I'm looking for, this is the kind of thing that Dawn's family would be handling personally. So I know that Don Severo spends a lot of time at home.
Yeah.
That he he never talks about his home life. But
right.
If he's going to be keeping something secret from me, it's because his immediate family is keeping it at their house.
So you're going to try and get a beat on that, I see.
I think I'm going to try and get a beat on that. I also need to, at some point, actually find Don Severo and convince him that Zephyr isn't a isn't the traitor.
Yes, you probably do.
I feel like I'm gonna let their conversation happen first, and then I'll deal with the fallout. But since I know that Dawn isn't at
That's
home, now
strategy.
is a good opportunity for me to get in and find out what's going on at his house. And
I see. So you're turning up at the mob boss's domicile in hopes of making your way in.
oh, absolutely.
Are you
Good idea? No. Fun idea? Yes.
Are you bringing any magic to bear for that? Like, that feels like the sort of thing that might not be easy to accomplish by totally mundane means.
Yeah, I think that Cormella's specific brand of magic is less in the divination knowledge type sense, and it's more in the transportation, teleportation, phasing portals type thing.
Nice.
And so maybe this is less of a I'm gonna know what's gonna happen right before it happens, but it's that I can get into places that I can portal through walls, and I can get out the back before anybody notices me, kind of a thing. And that's where my skill set is.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So you know what? Fine, right? Tell me what it looks like when you kind of portal your way into Don Severo's extremely kind of lavish and tastelessly over decorated apartment in the not apartment. It's a home, right? A brownstone in the here in the Metzio.
I love the image of kind of snooping around the back, and there is a large kind of ballroom that he hosts parties in, and I know it's going to be empty because the only people who ever go in there are guests and party goers, and so at 8 a.m, nobody's going to be in there.
Right.
So that's my opportunity to kind of get in and start snooping around. But it's this big kind of elegant room. The floor is the center floor is this big kind of metal dance floor, because there's not a lot of wood in this in New Capenna.
Yeah. Plants are a rare resource
really
here.
a thing, but it's this crazy metal shimmering dance floor with a big fountain in the center that's currently off, and so it's not spraying water everywhere. For really fancy parties, they fill it with Halo.
Oh yeah, the fanciest parties.
Yeah. But it's the kind of room where there's these big marble columns that go all around it, and a catwalk that goes along the top so that people can look down on the dancing people below them. And I think I've kind of teleported up into that second level.
Nice. You're on the catwalk?
Yeah, I'm up on the catwalk looking down at this room.
That's beautiful. Yeah. So, things are quiet, right? Have you been to a party here ever? That sounds like it's a very a very exclusive set, right?
I feel like Cormella has been to a party here. She was not invited.
Okay. So watching from the catwalk is something she's familiar with.
Yeah, this is very much the I know there's a party going on because my handler or somebody else told me that I need to get into this party, and so I would come in and talk to the one person that I needed to, and then get out, kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's quiet in the house. Then there's a sound of a door opening. Somebody calls into the ballroom. Hey, Mikey, is that you in there?
quietly pushes back up against the wall.
Yeah, down below, a Leonin steps in. He's dapperly dressed, but clearly packing heat. Must be a personal bodyguard of the boss. He's looking around. He's like, Mikey, you know you're not supposed to be too far out of eyesight. You playing around in here somewhere?
I think Cormella yes, and is going to try and is he walking into the room?
He's taken a couple paces into the room, looking around. Seems like there's a charge of his that he wonders if he's run off in here.
So I think I'm gonna try and drop down behind him and get out the door while he's going further into the room.
Oh, fascinating. I see. So kind of leap down behind this security and make your way elsewhere in the house. I suspect you're pushing your luck, but tell me if you think
my luck here
applies.
Yeah.
All right, let's push your luck then. Roll with grit.
That's probably going to go badly, but
that's a -1, I believe.
-1.
Yeah. All right. Well, they call
that's
it
a 7.
Hey.
Right.
Except of course, the 7 is actually pretty hard on push your luck. Things don't work out like you hoped. The MC will tell you how you can turn things around if you act quickly, make an ugly choice, or tough it out. Interesting. You're something gives you away, right? Like his cat ears prick up. He spins around. He's just surprised to see you here, right? So he hasn't instantly pulled out his gun. So you have a second to act if you're willing to take him off the board somehow here.
I think the most appropriate thing to do in this moment is to rush through the door, slam them shut, and lock them.
I see. So, the boss's guard, definitely saw you, but
they definitely know I'm here, and I just locked them. I locked them in a room, so I have
locked
a couple
in the ballroom.
Minutes to run around and figure out what I need to do, but I'm on a clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. You're on a clock. Sure. Yeah. You slam the door. You're in now a more kind of a more personal looking area of this house. There's maybe even this a kitchen and rushing around. I take it just kind of looking at things.
Trying to find anything that tells me this is there's a kid here, where would they be, or even if there's notes or documents or anything like that.
Yeah.
Literally anything I can find.
Yeah, sure. You kind of you follow a trail of crumbs leading out of the kitchen, right, to where sitting on this lushly carpeted staircase is this preteen boy eating some kind of pastry, right, that he's grabbed from the kitchen, and he's looks at you questioningly.
Hey, it's okay. Mikey, right?
Yeah, who are you?
Listen, you're not safe here. We need to get you need to leave. These people,
they've got good food here though.
I know they have good food, but
and you get to eat it every day.
I promise that there's food elsewhere, but these are not nice people. We need to get you out of here. Okay?
Let's see.
I'm trying to pressure
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. You're not proposing a deal. You're just saying, like, you have to trust me, kid.
You have to trust me, kid. We need to get out of here.
Go ahead and roll with hustle.
Yeah, so that's +0. And that's a 10.
Okay, they see your point. They have to go along with you for now or mark stress. Yeah, so he's like, okay, but can I bring the rest of the pastries?
Yes, you can bring some pastries. Come on, we'll go back through the kitchen. You can grab what you need.
Nice. So like he's coming with you. You know, clearly this child has had, you know, a lot of changes in his life recently. Like he's wearing like nice clothes, but not wearing them like he's used to wearing them. Right.
Yeah.
You know, you're like going back to the kitchen. You know, grab a bag full of these pastries. And then there's like a, you know, bam sound of, you know, the door getting like smashed open. You know, a voice says like, what the hell do you think you're doing here, Cormella? Come out here and talk to me right now.
Yeah, I think this is the point where she runs.
All right. You've got you've got like Mikey tagging along with you, you know, confused, but going with the flow.
Yeah.
And this isn't a heat thing. Like this is not about like this is you know, intercriminal stuff. I think it's pushing your luck again.
I think so. Yeah. Again, this is with grit.
Yeah, and you don't have like a special spy thing that helps you with this.
No, I don't. I'm trying to. Is there another move? No.
That one out of the way would have been an interesting one to throw at the security here.
Yeah, that's a different one. But I think that I think this is just roll with a -1 and see how it goes.
Let's do it.
That's a 9.
Things don't work out like you hoped. The MC will tell you how you can turn things around if you act quickly, make an ugly choice, or tough it out. Yeah. So like you're like making a run for an exit, and then you spot this you know, security Leonin kind of bounding towards you. You can either, you know, push Mikey out and get apprehended yourself, or leave the kid and get out of there. It does say an ugly choice.
Can I tweak it a little bit and
let me hear what you're proposing.
Instead of just like going quietly and getting captured myself, I'm gonna push Mikey out of the way and fight him.
Oh, nice. So that means that you've told Mikey it's not safe here and pushed him, you know, out of this house. But like, who knows where he goes next? Just to make sure we're kind of following we kind of have the same idea in the fiction here.
Yeah, I think that I have enough tags or like contacts that I can get into that I'm confident that I can find him again.
You think you can track him down again,
yeah,
if you've got him out of the house, but you're gonna stay and fight this security guard. Sure. All right. Yeah. Mikey is out, like with like a last like questioning look over his shoulder as suddenly you're like squaring off with this Leonin.
Can I maybe like just like say hey, do you know where the train yards are? Go to the train yards. I'll meet you there.
Nice. You can say that, and we'll see if he makes it.
We'll see if he makes it there. Who knows? And then I'll turn and face this Leonin who's charging me.
Yeah. Uh, he's like, "You've made a big mistake, Cormella."
Yeah, I think Cormella just like pulls a pocket arc pistol essentially.
Right. Yeah, little sidearm. Sure.
Yeah, just a little sidearm, and picks it up and tries to shoot him.
He's
like,
as soon as you make a move for your weapon, he's like pulling out his own, like, very, very ornate, like, gold plated firearms from the pockets of his suit jacket. But yeah. Let's go ahead and make a roll here. This is turn to violence, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So roll with savagery.
That is +1. That's another 9. Okay.
Man, all these middle results here. Okay, on a hit, mark stress and trade harm as established. On a 7 to 9, choose 2 from this list of you inflict terrible harm, you suffer little harm, you resist marking stress, and you avoid collateral damage.
I'm gonna pick the first 2, inflict terrible harm and suffer little harm, just as like point blank. I managed to get my gun out before he does, and I think we've established that these aren't like get straight shot type guns. These are like lightning magic, out of the end of it kind of a thing.
Shoot like magic sparks or lightning bolts or whatnot.
Yeah, but I'm imagining it's the wrist loaded pistol type.
Oh, beautiful!
Pop out of your arm and just magic shoots out of the end of my hand.
Yeah, and like his shots go wide, right? Like maybe like one like grazes you or whatever, but like for the most part, this is stressful, but you are not. You are.
His shots definitely go wide with the collateral damage, and
you're at 5 stress now.
I am at 5 stress.
That's
Yikes!
I am overwhelmed.
Yes, let's review that. If someone pressures you or proposes a deal to you, you've got to go along with them in their plans. You're too stressed out to dismiss their influence. Also, while you're overwhelmed, the MC can call for you to make a stress move at any time. Beautiful. So like, man, you don't avoid collateral damage. So like, obviously there's, these like beautiful vases depicting, scenes of old Capenna, right? The like wars between the angels and the demons, and like, his bullets just like shatter them, right? Like leaving it, smashed and broken. But yeah, you've dropped this guy, right? Like he's like groaning on the ground, clearly dying. He says, "What? Who are you? Who are you working for? What was all this for?"
And then I think this is the kind of walk up and kneel down next to him.
Uh-huh.
You all never had a chance. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dish Out a Beatdown what I think it is?
I was wondering if you were going this way. Yeah, it's you like beat someone up who's defenseless or not resisting.
Yeah, just unload on this guy.
Like further, like taking further shots, or you're like beating him with your yeah, that's right. I think that you gotta hit him to clear the stress. Absolutely.
Just start like you never had a chance. Just grab his head and slam it into the marble floor.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Okay, go ahead and roll with savagery.
Yep. So that's again +1. That's a 5.
Oh boy. Oh man. On a miss, the violence gets out of hand. Enjoy the consequences. Now, if, you know, obviously this is sort of a different sort of thing when you're beating someone up whom you've already mortally wounded, and you know, just like are planning to leave as a corpse here anyway. So, yeah, gosh, violence gets out of hand. Enjoy the consequences.
I have an idea.
I'm mulling some things, but tell me your idea. Maybe they'll mesh together.
I'm doing this. I stand up. I'm covered in blood. I turn around, and Mikey is still standing in the doorway watching me.
Yeah. He was waiting, right? Like he's like, and like, you know, like,
or like he got somewhere and then turned around to look and is just like wide-eyed staring.
His face like blanches, and he's like, this place isn't safe. You're not safe. And he just takes off running. And then your radio buzzes. Your husband's calling.
Turn it off and leave.
Oh, cold. All right. Let's check it on Zephyr.
Yeah. Sounds like everything's in the clear because Cormella's going to take care of it.
Yeah, Cormella's going to take care of it. Oh, wow. You don't even get to clear stress when you roll a miss on.
I know. It's so bad.
Yeah. Oh, boy. So Zephyr, you're coming into the office, right? Which we established. It's this big warehouse that the grinders have as their headquarters, and Don Severo's office is, you know, just a ring of boxes creating a, like, you know, octagonal room basically, where he's got his desk that's got fancy adornments and, you know, big glass full of Halo on it. And, you know, he's standing up, you know, waiting, you know, not touching the Halo. He seems he seems very very stressed, though he's you know, trying to play it tough and cool here. Zephyr Faru, talk to me about this botched operation down in the Chaldea that I never signed off on.
Cormella's taking care of it. It's all okay.
Cormella's taking care of it.
Yeah, she said it was all going to be all right. And not to worry about anything. You can see I took the worst of it. They're shooting at the guys, and, you know, I got in front of them, and you should have seen it. Little guy with a big gun, and yeah, I mean, this is not going away. But that guy, he's dead. He's never getting up. I think I heard it was not going to be a problem, so I figured it was going to be all right. And even if no one can prove that we took anything, because the place just was wide open. It was a madhouse in there. People just anyway. I'm not supposed to be talking about any of this. What did you want to know about?
Do you want to roll to justify your behavior?
Yeah. Face. Oof. I don't think I have.
You've got face, I think. Yeah.
I do have face. Yeah, I got some face.
Face and hustle.
Cool. 2 dice plus 1. That's 3. That's a 3.
Oh, the dice do not love you tonight.
Yeah, I think Zephyr just, after asking, like, so what do you want me to talk about? And just like keeps rambling about probably stuff he's not supposed to be.
Yeah. I think Don Severo knocks twice on his desk, and, you know, 4 big toughs, you know, kind of like file into the office behind you. You know, an ogre and a devil, and, a burly human and another rocks, right? As Don says, Zephyr, this is not a laughing matter. We cannot afford to be at war with the Riveteers. So someone is going to get fed to the dragon. And I need you to tell me who that has to be. Who's to blame for the way things went wrong?
Gordo, 100% Gordo. He came to us with a thing. He wouldn't say what it was or who it was from. He said a little bird told him, which makes me suspicious because there's a bird cop who came after us real fast after that. But I don't know if that was him. It could have been anyone. But yeah, Gordo came to us. I tried to talk him out of it, but he was going to do it anyway. So I figured might as well do it with the gang instead of like let him go alone. But if he's got to go down, it's out of my hands, I guess. I don't know. But go easy on him, all right? He's not. He's just a big guy. He doesn't know any better. He's just trying to do the right thing. Probably. Maybe not, but he's just trying to do something.
Go easy on him. You crack me up, Faru. Whoever gets turned over to Ziatora is going to get incinerated.
Yeah, definitely Gordo then. Yeah, like not laughing or anything at all anymore.
Yeah. So the boss says, all right. You watch yourself, Zephyr. I can't afford to have people on the streets making their own calls, giving me a headache. Not right now. We're on the cusp of something big as long as you don't mess it up. So I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you getting involved in things above your pay grade. You understand?
Of course. Yes, of course.
And then he turns to his men. All right. And he says, go on out, find your buddy. And the toughs all look to you to lead them.
Yeah, I think. Would it make sense to call Gordo here and say to meet somewhere?
Yeah, you've got a radio. He's on your gang radio channel.
Yeah. Hey Gordo, something big came up. Can you meet me back at the warehouse that that the stash was at?
Back down at the warehouse?
Yeah.
Zephyr, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's probably totally cleared out by now. It's just something big came up, and that's like a good out of the way place to talk about it.
You okay? You're not mad about that, right? I am.
Oh, I'm not mad. No.
I'm sorry about how all that went down. I think I got played.
By who?
I had this source, but he's not taking my calls anymore. Something's fishy.
Can you, if you give me a name, I'll try him.
Yeah. All right. I got you into the mess. A little bird by the name of Mr. Cornacchia.
Cornacchia. I'll say that out loud, like Mr. Cornacchia, the source. Got it.
And Gordo's like, is everybody else okay? We kind of split up as we were running away from that. Azel, she all right? And Krent, did Krent make it?
Krent's all right. Azel got hurt. I got hurt pretty bad. But we're all walking.
Zephyr, I'm really sorry. let me know what I can do to make it up to you. I guess it's it was a bad tip. It was a bad call.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's I got a way to make it up. Just meet me at the warehouse.
Okay. All right, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Cool. Hang up. I'm gonna see if the toughs, if I be like, he's gonna meet us at the warehouse. I don't think I need to be there. Can you just go take care of that so I don't have to see his eyes when it happens? I got the name of his source, his Mr. Bird guy. What was his name? With a K.
It's a total Zephyr move to just have completely forgotten it. This is interesting. It's possible you're proposing a deal.
I think so. Yeah, trade the name of the source for not having to watch them.
Not having to watch them. Not having to watch them throw Gordo into the blast furnace or whatever.
Yeah.
Roll with face.
All right, that is another +1. Okay, that's an 8 at least.
A 7 and 9, so they could choose take the deals at stands or mark stress, or they could choose impose a condition on your offer, adjust the price and accept, or point you at an interested party. So the human here, takes his cigar out of his mouth and says, "Yeah, tell you what, Zephyr. You leave your Gordo buddy to us. No need for you to see that unpleasantness. But why don't you follow up on this source of his? Bring Mr. Cornacchia in for a little chat with the boss. Why don't you?"
Yeah, I'd like look back at looking back at the button and be like, is that okay with you? Okay, yeah. I can definitely do that.
All right, yeah. So it's like you've set Gordo up, sick these guys on him, and all you have to do is find this little bird that now you've got a name for.
Cool.
Cool. Let me check in on Cormella. Cormella, you are still stressed all the way out. Where do you go? You've left a corpse and a pile of shattered artifacts in the boss's house. You've got a possible angel in the wind. And also, you promised Zephyr that you would help smooth everything over with Don Zephyr. Oh?
Yeah. I think that Cormella is too stressed to deal with the Dawn right now, especially since she just destroyed his house. Yes. The only witness is gone, so that's good.
That's good, yeah.
But yeah, and I think that she is going to. I think that she thinks she can kill two birds with one stone,
so to speak.
And
no offense to Mr. Cornacchia here.
No, there's an Avon bartender who is one of her contacts.
Okay, yeah.
And so she's gonna let him know that there's a kid running around that she's looking for, but also get some Halo in her system and try and calm down.
Now is this like a moderate amount of Halo, like someone might consume?
She tells herself that.
I see. I think I do know what this bartender looks like, since there is this card, right?
There's literally a bird bartender
exactly
in the set. I love it.
Yeah, so Cormella's planted herself.
It's absolutely a speakeasy because
planted herself at this bar, right? Like, some chanteuse is performing a cover of Kit Kanto's latest hit, Halo Rich, right? And like as they're singing, just a little halo and I'm feeling Halo Rich, like Cormella is knocking back the halo. So let's go ahead and make a drug move here. You roll lose yourself in a substance, and if it goes badly, you might have to make a drug move off of the liquid halo list.
All right. Well, this is with grit, and my grit is bad.
Wow, what a choice! All right, go ahead and do it.
That's a 4.
On a miss, you're in deep. Good luck, sucker. Yeah. What's this gotta look like? So like, you are like, pounding back these halo cocktails, or just straight liquid halo, right? And it's not doing anything, right? Like you're remaining stressed out. But what's got to happen here? I mean, here's what I'm thinking, and we'll like probably like pick up with this at the top of our next session. Is like like Cormella falling down drunk, as like the bartenders saying like maybe you've had enough, and then like who
Falls
should
off the stool.
who should walk in totally unexpectedly, someone you'd never think to spot in a place like this. It's got to be Azazi, who says, Cormella? What on earth is going on, right? And we kind of cut away as you like blearily look up at your spouse. Perfect. This is good. This will be where we pick up when we are back with our fuller crew. Man, you cannot get rid of that stress. I'm inclined to start wrapping up. Let's check on keys as we do so. Cormella, tell me about your keys, and whether you hit any of those along the way here.
I don't think that I hit clean, because I don't think I tried to convince anybody to do my dirty work. You
did get Zephyr to agree to paying you a like unspecified favor.
Yeah, sure. Which was gonna be this job, but turns out I got a little ahead of myself.
I mean,
I don't know, because
honestly, if Mikey's out there, it might be easier to get Zephyr to nab him, because Zephyr's probably less likely to be like, oh yeah, we're breaking into the boss's house. That seems cool.
Yeah, and I think that maybe next session is when that will show up. But I do think that I entered a perilous situation without precaution.
Yeah, you really did. You walked right into the boss's house there.
Yeah, I'm going to mark XP for daring.
That makes sense. And Zephyr, your keys, ambition and faith, either of those come to bear here.
So I'm not sure if ambition got kicked off by taking the job to look up Mr. Carnaccia.
Oh yeah, when you get someone to give you a job that was supposed to go to someone else. You know what? Yeah. I think that's legit.
All right, I'll take that. And I think I'm clearing faith by setting up Gordo, setting a trap for someone who trusts me.
Oh, yes, you are, right?
I did not even consider that, yeah.
Clearing that key and advancing, because you have 100% set a trap for someone who trusts you, because Gordo's going in the incinerator. Amazing. All right, so think about what advance you want to take with that, because that can become part of your loadout for next time.
I have also remembered that I have objectives.
You do, right? Yes, you're spying.
Well, I mean, they're like I was going for them, but I also feel like uncover a cartel secret probably makes sense, as in like confirmed that the Don was holding this kid at his house.
Yeah. You haven't quite stolen a valuable asset.
I haven't stolen a valuable asset yet, but that's in the works.
But you have uncovered a secret.
If I do uncover a secret, I get to mark XP, and that gets me to 3.
And does that gives you an advance? Okay, cool. So both of you have an advance coming. Feel free to think that over and have a choice about that ready for next time. Awesome. Cool. Any folks who've been watching along, we're gonna be wrapping up now, but we'll be returning next week with a finale, hopefully, and hopefully with a full cast for it. So I'm excited about that. Hope you've enjoyed journeying with us to New Capenna and watching this cartel set itself up for an implosion. Maybe we'll see. But until next time, everybody, stay safe.